Hey guys, Mark Hall from Casting Crowns, and I'm so excited to tell you guys a little about where we're going as a ministry. You know, all of our records have come from what we're teaching in the church. Being a youth pastor for half my life, the things that we're teaching to families would evolve into the songs. And it's gone even a little deeper for this next project. I took my youth group on a trip to Alabama, and we took our choir and our drama team and our karate team and our puppets to all these churches around the country area, and we stopped in Geneva, Alabama for a day at a place called the Junction. And at the Junction, you got these two rivers coming together, and then you've got this tree right in the middle of the Junction. And growing up in Alabama, you don't see trees like this every day because the tree is about 300 years old. So it's older than America. And you may see those over in California, you see them in other countries, but you don't see them in Alabama. And our kids were blown away by the size of this tree. Had about 60 kids there, and I decided to try to get my kids at the tree and take a picture, and then walk a long way away, and then take another picture from a distance. Now, while I'm walking out to take this shot, this old farmer from the area is walking with me, and we're just chatting, and I'm thinking about the angles in the sun and all this kind of stuff, you know. And he says to me, you know, these old trees like this they're strong for a reason. And I said, well, tell me about it. He goes, well, if you were to take all the dirt away that you see in front of you, you would see just as much root as you do reach. And there's just as much going on under the ground there as above ground. That's why it's so strong. And he started telling me about the floods in Geneva and how every 10 years or so there's some huge flood that goes through. And it'll cover half of a building. There'll be bicycles stuck up in these trees. This tree has got mud lines going up from the different years of the floods, unshaken. There it is, planted by streams of water, and when the storms blow through, it doesn't blow over. That's just gold. And as I'm taking the picture and walking back to my kids, all the scriptures are coming to mind that I've been teaching them for so many years from Psalm 1. Blessed is the man who doesn't walk in the counsel of the wicked or stand in the way of sinners or sit in the seat of scoffers, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. On it he meditates day and night. He's like a tree planted by streams of water. He said he yields fruit in its season. Everything he does prospers. There you see the roots digging in and the reach going out. And as we're talking about that sitting around this tree, I think about different kind of believers. I think about believers that are all about the roots and being smart and knowing more and learning all the Greek words, but they don't give it to anybody else. Roots with no reach is useless. We think about people that are all love and they want to go out and feed the poor and do all these things and do all these awesome social things, but they don't have any roots. So the first storm that comes through life just blows them right over. Sitting in front of me in the Word and at the Junction is a picture of what a healthy believer looks like. To thrive as a believer is to have roots that dig in, understanding who God is and who we are. And to reach is to understand our goal is not to go be better for God, but let the fruit of the Spirit just grow on its own and us reach out all over the world. That's where we're going with the record. That's where we're going with the book. And I'm looking forward to discipling more families in the future with this message.